All right, we are live. So welcome back to Dapp University. So today we've got a big chance to claim a free crypto airdrop that I want to talk about in this video today. Okay, we're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at a lot of other news updates that have happened in our in this whole crypto space since our live stream we did yesterday. Again, we do these live streams Monday through Friday on this channel. Just subscribe, turn on notifications. You're gonna find out about those whenever we go live. We're gonna take a quick look at the crypto markets, answer some of your questions, and a whole lot more. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to have master blockchain step-by-step from start to finish, then I've got super exciting news in case you've missed it on this channel. The blockchain bootcamp is the fastest way to do that. It's the exact system I've used to help people change their career around for months. And we are relaunching the blockchain bootcamp on Thursday, July 14th. Okay, so there's a special invitation to join, which you can receive. You sign up here over at dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. So I'll leave that link in the live chat replay. But you need to enter your email on that form. Even if you've signed up before, it's going to be a totally new event. So we got people jumping in the chat here. We got Culture Eyes, Technically, Above Realty, Dale, CJ, Angela, Automatic Beats, Robbie, Joe, Ruff, let's see, Robert, Bruno, buy low. I like that. Just make sure you sell high. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's talk about a free crypto airdrop. So let's set the stage for this. So, airdrops are one of the craziest things about the crypto space because, you can just basically be an early adopter of new technology and get instantly rewarded from doing that. Sometimes $10,000 plus in free crypto. I've personally received these types of amounts multiple times. Okay, with major projects like Uniswap, ENS, 1inch Exchange, okay? And so basically the name of the game here is they got people that are launching new cryptocurrencies and they got to release them somehow. Like, it sounds like too good to be true, but this is how it works. Basically, they're trying to release new cryptocurrencies, and they need to fairly distribute it across, the ecosystem so people can actually hold them. And so they basically just take people who've used technology early and they airdrop it to them. Or basically, they take a snapshot of people who have used it, and then you go claim it on their website. So I've been making lots of videos on my channel about this, about how to position yourself for this. The name of the game is to go use stuff and try to figure out who's going to do it so that you can increase the likelihood that you're going to get this airdrop. Again, there's no guarantee. A lot of these people don't say, hey, here's exactly what you're supposed to do. So there's some guesswork involved. But, let's look at some of the previous airdrops we've seen, recently, like let's say like Optimism, for example. Optimism is an Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution, and they dropped their optimistic rollups, their Optimism token associated with the optimistic rollup scaling solution. And so you think about who are the people that are going to, answer that. Well, one of their main competitors in the ecosystem is definitely the Arbitrum scaling solution. Okay. And so I made a video on my YouTube channel a couple weeks back about Arbitrum and how you can start, using it and actually bridge over, and talking about Arbitrum Odyssey, which is this, long sort of event that they're having on the Arbitrum ecosystem to incentivize people to use it. And since I made that video, Arbitrum Odyssey has actually gone live, okay? And we're currently in the middle of that, and I want to talk about the updates about what this is and how you can start positioning yourself for this airdrop, okay? So, full disclosure, right? There's no guarantee, all right, that they're going to have an airdrop based upon this, okay? And there's no guarantee that any specific application on this is going to have an airdrop, but it's, if you're just putting two together, like what's likely to happen based upon what other people have done in the past, well, this looks like a pretty good candidate for something like that, okay? So, this went live last week, and like I said, I published that video before, but since this has gone live, I want to give you an update and actually talk about how to, take advantage of this. So the time has come, an 8-week-long journey into Ethereum's premier L2 Arbitrum. The Arbitrum Odyssey has begun. So basically, what is it? Sorry, I had something pop on my computer here. Sorry, I had a big old window just pop up over here on my second monitor, kind of distracted me for a second. So anyways, let's go back. So how to get the Arbitrum airdrop? Nothing is officially confirmed about the Arbitrum airdrop, like I was saying. But like any Web3 project, basically, here's how you could, potentially get reward from this. So we'll talk about some of these here in a minute. There's some special ways that developers could potentially get rewarded beyond just regular users. So if you're a developer and you got those skills, then you could increase the chances that you could get this like this. So anyways, Arbitrum Odyssey, that's what's going on right now. So Arbitrum Odyssey is a multi-week initiative for exploring the Arbitrum ecosystem with exclusive NFTs as rewards. So basically what you do, all participants, use Arbitrum, okay, and then could later be easily identified through holding NFTs. So they have these like challenges basically, and if you can complete these challenges, you can get an NFT. And what they're kind of putting together here is if you're an NFT holder, it's pretty easy to see that you participated in this, okay, and that could be eligible for some type of airdrop. So the general idea is that each week there'll be a task that you can complete and can claim an NFT via the Galaxy. Okay, so this is how you do it. So here's the, sorry, MetaMask's popping up here. Here's the Galaxy. So you can go to galaxy.eco/Arbitrum. Okay, you can see the campaigns listed here, and you can see the NFT contracts. Okay. All right. So there will be deadlines for each of these, but even if you miss the deadlines, okay, you can still do the tasks and your actions will be recorded on chain. Even without the NFTs, these transactions might still count towards the Arbitrum airdrop eligibility. Of course, that's a little bit of speculation. We don't know that. So basically what you need is some sort of wallet that, supports Arbitrum support or Arbitrum connection. So this is on the Zerion blog, so they're recommending Zerion, of course. You could probably use your MetaMask wallet, just point your RPC over there. Make sure you've got able to bridge your funds over. So let's look at each week and talk about what's actually in each type of task, okay? So week 1 has already passed, okay, but this is what happened with week 1. Okay, so basically having some sort of way to get onto Arbitrum, basically bridging over. So basically this is the initial task to just move some Ethereum cryptocurrency or ETH to the chain, okay, with one of the bridges or exchanges below. So they have exchanges here that are fiat on-ramps if you're going from, fiat currency, to Arbitrum. This is how you do it. And again, so first of all, we'll definitely pause here and say, if you're going to do something like this, there's always risks associated with using bridges. We've talked about bridges a lot in our live streams here lately about bridge exploits. So if you're trying to, move over to L2 and take advantage of this, you never want to do anything, with a certain amount of money you couldn't afford to lose in case there's any type of security risk, with moving your funds over. Okay, so full disclosure on that. You could use a bridge. You could use a fiat on-ramp like one of these exchanges if you're going from cash. Okay. But anyways, the first task is to do this. So this is the main task of week 1. It's already passed, but if you're going to do any of the other, stuff, you have to do this step anyway. So that's it. So after that date, you can claim the NFT. So basically you need to connect your wallet to Galaxy. And if you're eligible, you'll see your wallet listed here. Okay. You can kind of see the eligibility criteria. It'll say, okay, yeah, you bridged over via HOP. Okay. The XDAI bridge. And then if it does recognize your eligibility, you can just claim it. Okay. And then you have a bonus NFT. So now we're on week 2. All right, week 2 is yield protocol, permissionless market for collateralized fixed term borrowing and lending. To get the NFT, you need to do any of the following. So provide liquidity or pool $50 or above worth of any asset to any maturity series. So lend $50 or above worth of assets to any maturity series, or borrow $100 above of asset using supported collateral for any maturity series. So GMX is a decentralized spot and perpetual exchange that supports low swap fees and zero price impact trades. To get the NFT, you'll need to do all these tasks. Okay, so that's for yield protocol. This is for GMX. Make a leverage trade with $10 of assets. Again, I do not recommend leverage trading for most people, but that's what it takes. Okay. So anyways, we're on week 2 right now. Okay, you can see the dates here, June 28th through July 4th. Okay, and then here are all the future tasks for July 4th on to July 11th. Week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. There's total 8 weeks of Arbitrum Odyssey. So I'll put a link to this down in the live chat replay. I'll just go ahead and paste it in here. Okay, but that's exactly what you can do, for each week of the challenge. And again, there's no guarantee that Arbitrum is going to do an airdrop and that you're going to get rewarded for doing this. But it stands to reason that's likely what's going to happen. Okay, they're doing the Odyssey as a way to incentivize people to get onto Arbitrum network and I think that, yeah, it's very likely that they'll do that based upon what's happened with Optimism and other layer 2s. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Have you bridged over Arbitrum yet? Have you followed the video on my YouTube channel that shows you exactly how to do that? Have you used Arbitrum at all? Are you going to participate in the Arbitrum Odyssey? Let me know down in that comment section below. Please talk about week 2. We just did talk about week 2. So why am I talking about week 1 when it's done? Well, I was outlining the challenges, and you have to do the challenge in week 1 basically anyway. Let's see here. Somebody said they got the Optimism airdrop and it was worth the effort. Yeah, totally. Some of the airdrops can definitely be worth the effort. Somebody says they bridged their ETH on Sunday night. The gas was cheap. Awesome. Happy to be here for the first time. Awesome. They use Earn. Awesome. Stay out from the Odyssey. Great. Somebody says that people are on Instagram making a fraud using my name for trading. It happens, unfortunately. There's nothing I can really do about it. If you can report them, that's super helpful, but they're not always quick to do that stuff. You know, it sucks. I wish there's something I could do about it, but I unfortunately can't. Like, there's nothing I can do to stop people from like taking my picture and creating an account that has the exact same number of followers that are fake followers and just like copying my content. You know, the general rule of thumb is I'm probably never going to direct message you on social media. I don't really generally do DMs. So if somebody's trying to direct message you, it's probably not me. Okay, if for every reason I decide to direct message you, I might, okay, let's just say small chance, then make me send a video of myself saying your name and why I want to talk to you, like an actual video. If they won't do that, then it's not me. Okay, that's pretty simple. Okay, so we got some updates on the Harmony hacker. Okay. We're still following this. Yesterday, we talked about Friday about the Harmony 1 exploiter who stole $100 million. Okay. And we were following them on chain. So the wallet balance is continually decreasing. Okay, so let's see here. So yesterday we were following this. So, you know, the Harmony 1 Horizon Bridge exploiter. I talked about this in my live stream on Friday. $100 million was stolen exploited from the Harmony 1 bridge. Okay, this wallet had, let's see here. I can't remember how many ether. So like 50, roughly 50 ether plus about 90 ether, like 86 ether, something like that, on Friday. All right, it's gone down. So Harmony basically came back and was like, hey, we'll give you $1 million if you return the money. And of course, that's, it's like the classic negotiation tactic: come in low, just see if they do anything. And apparently the attacker's counter was to instantly start transferring 20 times that amount out of the wallet in increments of $20 million. So I guess that's the counter to the negotiation, and that didn't seem to work out so hot. So we followed this yesterday. On the live stream, we saw that they had done an 18,000 ether. Yes, you heard that right. 18,000 ether transfer. About $21 million to Tornado Cash. Okay, so what is that? Tornado Cash is a privacy solution for Ethereum. It's a mixer. They'd like to be called a mixer, but that's what it is. Basically, where you can put a bunch of cryptocurrency on the same pool and then anonymously air quotes withdraw it on the other side. Okay. With a basically like a valet claim tag, okay, that uses zero knowledge proofs to get your withdrawal. And so basically the idea is the more people are mixing, the harder it is to determine who it was. But anyways, they sent 18,000 ether yesterday. They sent another 18,000 ether. They basically moved $44 million up at this point. You can track all this stuff in real time by watching the wallet address on Etherscan. I have a feeling that they moved these batches out of the main wallet for a couple of reasons. One is just operational security. Let's just say for some reason the private key got compromised. Well, you don't want all $100 million sitting in a single wallet. But the other is like people set alerts for this stuff, right? Like people they get like SMS alerts or like Telegram alerts, whatever, on wallet addresses that they're watching on the crypto chain, like on chain. And so like if you just go ahead and move some funds out of a wallet, like that's gonna make it easier to just like bypass a lot of those alerts. Whales do this all the time to like try to move on chain and become undetected. Like, whales want to spread their money out over multiple wallets. So, let's say you were a crypto whale for a certain token. Okay. Like let's just take a simple token, for example, like Uniswap token. Let's say you wanted to be a Uniswap whale and you wanted to have all that voting power and you want to be able to like manipulate the price or something like that, right? Well, the worst thing you could possibly do is hold everything in one wallet because anybody with an Etherscan, internet connection, get on Etherscan, look at the token distribution and see that like a vast majority is controlled by one wallet, which that's a huge red flag in the first place. But then if you could spread it out over multiple wallets, okay, then that looks less centralized. So that creates a little bit of an illusion there. The other thing is like if you're going to move funds around and like, let's say you wanted to move in, say you had like $100 million worth of a token or something, you don't want to just send like $100 million at once. It's going to trip so many like, alerts for people that people, it might actually move the price of the token just because you sent that amount around, kind of spook people. So similar type of thing with, the exploiter like this. So it's like, instead of keeping 18,000 ether in one wallet, it's getting distributed to, in 100 ether increments across, multiple wallets. Now, 100 ether is still a lot of money for most people, right? But that's not going to be like sounding any alarms on chain. Like 100 ether plus transactions happen all the time. 1,000 ether plus transactions happen all the time. Now, 18,000 ether is a little bit different story. Okay. So but even though Ether's such a large market cap, even 18,000 ether is not like a huge deal. Now, 100,000 ether is a big deal. Okay, that's going to start sounding some alarms for some people for sure. Now, anyways, so the other reason is, let's just say that they're able to distribute the supply across, in 100 ether increments, and then they can control the private keys for all those different wallets. Well, basically, like, let's say there's a chance that, like spreading it out over more wallets increases the likelihood that they could potentially, be successful with some of the wallets. So it reduces the number of points of failure. Okay, so like if you had everything in one wallet and, for whatever reason that wallet got compromised or that wallet was brought to justice, then everything is lost in one thing. But if you have lots of different wallets, then the likelihood that even you get victory with just a small number of those is a lot higher than the entire thing. So that's at least one chance. Now, there were comments yesterday that, firms like Chainalysis are able to, trace, Tornado Cash transactions and things like that, that it's not, it's a little bit of a false sense of security. So, the reason I bring all this stuff up is not to educate other people on how to do exploits, because everything I'm talking about in this video is going to be known by top security firms anyway. Okay, so like nothing I'm saying is really, like going to be that illuminating to somebody who's able to really track down sophisticated exploiters. Okay, mostly what I'm saying for you all is educational purposes, and also to dissuade you. If you're thinking about doing something like this, like you're probably going to get found out. So don't go out there and steal money that doesn't belong to you. If anything, use your powers for good. Okay, there's lots of I think you should just obviously I think you shouldn't do it in the first place, because I don't think you should do that to other people. But there's lots of selfish people out there who don't think that's a good enough reason. So if you don't think it's a good enough reason, then look at the bad things that can happen to you. But also for selfishly motivated people, you can get highly rewarded for disclosing vulnerabilities to teams and getting bug bounties. So there's a big financial upside to acting honestly. Okay. Now, a lot of people say, well, there's a bigger financial upside to stealing the money, but I'm telling you, you don't want to do that, because it's the risk. It's a bad risk reward scenario. What's the potential reward? Big, but the potential risk is even worse. The potential risk is even bigger in magnitude, but it goes down. Is it too late to get an Arbitrum? It's not. Arbitrum Odyssey is still going on. We're in week number 2 right now. Bigger downside, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Bigger downside. And if you want to, learn more about smart contract hacking and security auditing, we've got a video coming out this week. We also have a dedicated sections on hacking and security into the Blockchain Bootcamp 2.0 update. So make sure you check that out with the launch event. You can sign up for the link down below. Does the bootcamp to satisfy vulnerabilities? The Blockchain Bootcamp 2.0 launch does. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and check on the crypto markets here. Take a quick peek. Okay, so Bitcoin, we're still hovering around $20,000 price point. Ether's still hovering around $11,000 price point. Or sorry, $1,200 price point. So, somewhat from a macro perspective and also a short-term perspective. Because, I don't like to do a lot of short-term price analysis, but there are some things that I want to look at to talk about, sort of like the weather forecast. Like, is it going to rain tomorrow? Is it going to be sunny? We don't know what the weather's going to be, 3 weeks from now, but we could, maybe take a guess at what tomorrow is going to look like. So let's kind of take a look. So really, in a macro sense, I think the big question people want to know is like, hey, when's crypto going to stop dropping? Okay. When is it at least going to start treading water? When's it going to find a bottom, and when's it going to start like kind of going up? So, my whole thesis on all this is basically what's going on with crypto is not a crypto specific problem. Okay. It doesn't think, again, I don't claim to be a macroeconomics expert, but it doesn't take a genius to see that the stock market's doing really bad this year, that inflation's a problem, that interest rates are having a huge effect on all markets, and crypto's no exception. Okay. So, my thinking on this is I don't think we're going to see crypto, blast off to new all-time highs for sure while the stock market is going down. Okay. And in my opinion, I think we need to see a convincing bottom in stocks before crypto could, start gaining new ground towards all-time highs convincingly, right? Convincingly. We've talked about the possibility of crypto having some sort of relief rally on its own, okay? And then like in the middle of that relief rally, they could have some sort of shift, all right, in the broader economy, whatever the reason is, whether it's, conflict in Europe ending, whether it's interest rates, starting to slow their rise, or a Fed pivot, or confirmation that inflation speed, whatever reason, right? Whatever reason that could give hope in the markets. Like if that happens during a crypto relief rally, you could have people sort of miss the opportunity to have sort of bought the bottom, and now they're chasing, the train out the station to where it's, kind of headed back towards all-time highs, and they missed it, right? That's one possibility, right? That's kind of like the best case scenario that I could think of in the short term. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but we have to. I always think about these things in terms of probabilities. Nobody can predict the future with any degree of accuracy, but if you're in crypto, you kind of have to try, and you have to think about it in terms of probability. So, in the short term, what would I be looking for in crypto? Well, I mean, the entire market. Bitcoin's a pretty good index for the entire crypto market in terms of its direction. I think everything to the upside is going to be pretty highly correlated with Bitcoin, in the sense of I don't think we're going to see a lot of stuff just ripping like altcoins or even ETH if Bitcoin is like going down. So, I mean, what would I like to see? I'd like to see Bitcoin start to break, print new, but basically break out of the pattern of creating lower highs. So, I don't have big advanced technical analysis chart pulled up on the screen or anything like that. I'm just going to pull up a simple line chart on CoinGecko. It's good enough for now. Okay, but we kind of see it, here's a high and a lower high and a lower high. I'd like to start seeing that pattern break in the short term before we start getting, more convinced about short-term trend reversal. Okay. So for now, until we see something like that, I wouldn't get too excited about any upward price momentum. I think I'm trying to hope I wasn't like just talking to the camera without showing my screen. I think I might have had my my computer monitor set up a little bit differently today. I think I hope y'all could see my screen while I was saying that. Just have to arb bots and wait. Yeah, wait for the volatility. Bots work a lot better when the bots work a lot better when the volatility's popping. What's the whole point of Solana phone? That's a good question. I think their claim is that it's time for crypto to go mobile, and that's their push. Somebody said they saw the screen the whole time. No worries. Awesome. All right, everybody, that's all I got for today. As always, smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. That really helps these videos out. Some more people learn about blockchain. And, if you're as fast in this technology as I am, you want to get your hands dirty, how can you get started today? You need to become you can look at my YouTube homepage. You find those free courses there. They're like Udemy courses, but they're totally free. And if you like those, you want to take the next step, or hey, maybe you'll take a master shortcut entirely. You can actually become a blockchain master step-by-step start to finish over at dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. It's the fastest way to change your career and break into the blockchain industry. It's the exact system I've helped use, help other people use to, change your career in a matter of months. Okay. And we got the special Blockchain Bootcamp version 2.0 launching on Thursday, July 14th. So make sure you head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp to hold your spot today. So that's all I've got. Until next time,